Hey you, use code ADAMARU in the Fortnite shop.
Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's time to bust out some myths once again, and this time it's all about the brand new item in the world of Fortnite, the proximity mines. So how does the proximity mine work? Well, it's super simple. When an enemy gets too close, the mine springs up and explodes. Things to note right away. Proximity mines cannot be crouched underneath and activate at just under a tile's distance away, hitting for 50 damage. Those are the basics, so let's test it and break it with some myths. We'll start small. Can jumping in a hiding spot block mine damage? The only way to find out is to try it. We placed down a proximity mine next to a haystack and attempted to jump in, and nope, the jump animation is too slow to block the incoming damage. Here's the test again with a dumpster dive. No success. Next myth. Another easy one, proximity mines float on water. Well, see for yourself, this is what happens when a proximity mine hits H2O. Instant trigger, myth busted. But hang on a moment, this got me thinking. Can a proximity mine be used to catch fish maybe? It's got to, right? Well, here we go. And oh yes, it's perfect. Instant fishing and a little safer than firing a rocket or wasting your time with a fishing rod. Our next myth, please. Enemy proximity mines trigger friendly mines. Another super easy one to test. First, my enemy threw down a mine and kept a safe distance back. Then I did the same, and nope, they don't interfere with each other at all. But of course, we're the myth chasers, we can take this further. Should our foe walk towards the mines, what will happen when triggered? By the way, that one is a friendly mine, and this one is an enemy mine. Okay, so there's science here. Mines can stack damage, both friendly and enemy versions, but only after being triggered. Interesting stuff. I have an idea. Let's take this myth to the next level. Proximity mines will activate C4. Oh yes, we're gonna do this. We are becoming a Michael Bay film today. Here's the setup. This vehicle is the bomb. Quite literally. It's full of C4, but today we won't be using the detonator. Instead, I'll place down a proximity mine. Of course, we'd hide where we put the proximity mine in a real game because it sticks out like a sore thumb, but for the test version, here is fine. So we need a crash test dummy, and here he is. This is Tease, by the way. He's one of many people that gives me a hand from our Discord. He should totally join. Anyway, I asked him to run past this vehicle, and here's what happened. Holy heck, that's brilliant. Self-activating bombs. It's like Call of Duty all over again and dying on those trip mines repeatedly. One more time for posterity. The proximity mine hits for 50, but every single C4 after that hits at full strength too. Bloody magical. Okay, we're on a roll now. Next myth. Mines stick to boxes. A nice and easy one. Let's quickly test it. As we throw the mine, it attempts to bounce away like it's hit a person, but then vanishes completely. Well, in actuality, it's inside the box, look. Stuck to the person inside, as long as they are friendly, of course. They can now walk around openly, but here's the test. Will the mine trigger when next to an enemy? Metal Gear Solid style. Yep. Works great and doesn't hurt the guy inside too. Result. But of course, that's only 50 damage. Is there possibly something else we could do? There sure is, give me a sec. A quick point to note here is that depending on how well you throw the mine, results on how clearly everyone else can see the thing when you're moving around. Oh, and also, should they leave the box, the mines aren't guaranteed to stick around, sometimes despawning and sometimes detaching completely. But now it's time for the ultimate myth. Proximity mine plus C4 equals eliminations? Let's test this out. First, we threw on a proximity mine and followed it up with a C4 block or two. The question is, will this activate near an enemy? So let's try it. Hell yeah, the ultimate box fight. I cannot wait to see this in daily YouTube clickbaiter videos. They will go to town on this one. This strat is the reason Fortnite is great again. So have fun with it, guys. I know I will. Okay, let's go back to basics. Proximity mines can be stacked. An easy one yet again. Let's stack the mines. Oh, I did not expect that. Who'd have thunk it? Proximity mines will actively bounce when in contact with each other. So I won't lie, for the next 30 minutes we attempted to bounce multiple proximity mines around the world. It became like a skimming stone session, like a mini game. Here's our best attempt. 4. So let's turn it over to you. Can you beat 4 skipping stones in a row? Please make a video, upload it to YouTube, and the one with the most skips will be featured in the next episode of Myth Chasers. Remember to DM a video link to me on Twitter. I'm Adam Grenade over there. Okay, back to the myths. Royal Vendetta says you can stick a mine to a rocket. Or rocket riding a mine, basically. Well, let's try it. Timing this one was a little tricky, but second try, this happened. What the hell is that? In slow-mo we can see more. As the rocket and mine hit the same place, the mine sticks to that point rather than the rocket itself, giving us a floating mine until the rocket explodes. This is all kinds of weird, isn't it? Next myth. Can a mine be hidden under a cone? Hey, good myth, nice and simple. I threw down a cone and a mine and asked a member of my squad to hide alongside it. Could they sit under here and heal without being disturbed? This could be a strat, let's see what happens. Then when the enemy arrived and tried to take out the cone, this happened. The trap activated. Yeah, it's only 50 damage, but we could hide C4 under there too. Now we know that C4 is set off by prox mines. Next myth. Proximity mine damage can be blocked by other players. This is an interesting one. Can we take less damage by standing behind another player in the blast radius? Well, let's try it. 3 of us lined up. We knew the first person would take 50 damage, but what about the 2 stood behind? Here's the test in action. Sadly, myth busted. Everyone takes 50 damage regardless of who is in front of them, as long as they're in the blast radius. So we had a bunch of myths ready to go for the boat, but sadly, proximity mines won't stay attached to boats. Rip the dream. At first I thought this was due to the water, but nope, it's the boat. They've been deliberately made to repel mines. Gutted. Okay, let's crack on. We haven't been to Steamy Stacks this episode yet. Here's the myth. A mine will float at Steamy Stacks. Oh man, I was expecting so much from this myth, but then I got there and tried it. What do you think happens? Yeah, it sticks to the Kevin juice just like C4 does, just like grenades do. Damn it, this could have been epic, oh my god. Next myth. Decoys trigger proximity mines. This one looks promising. My enemy threw down a mine, and then this happened when a decoy landed close by. Success! But due to the decoy landing so close, I decided to test it again. This time, my clone did, well, she just ran away. It must take after me. Anyway, here's attempt number 3. And yes, indeed, decoys do activate proximity mines and take themselves out. Why don't we try a myth with one of those telephone boxes? It's possible to place a proximity mine inside the disguise booth. I love this. And this is what happened. Throw it straight at the front door and the mine will jump inside and instantly activate. Teammates can't trigger the bomb, but what about enemies? Are you ready for this epic nothing. The mine is deactivated in the phone box and eventually despawns. That had so much potential, I really thought we'd got something then. But no, we can't kill people inside the telephone boxes. Okay, we have one last place to test proximity mines, using those airdrops in the sky. Check out this myth. It's possible to hide a proximity mine underneath a supply drop. This one may be my favourite. Here's the test. As the drop is slowly falling, we place a mine in the drop zone. And check it out. It worked, completely hidden away, well, almost completely. And then next, we asked an enemy to get close enough to trigger the mine. Would it work? It sure does. How good is that? For science, we tested this again, but this time we shot down the balloon to see if it would still work with the force of it falling on top of it. And yes, it does. It's bloody brilliant. But there's still the issue of only taking 50 damage. We're not going to get many people with that. So remember the C4. Here is the ultimate test to end this video. C4 plus proximity mine plus the underside of a supply drop equals, well, see for yourself. How satisfying was that? If you stayed until the end, please know that I appreciate you being here for so long. And if you used code ADAMARU in the shop like these guys this week, legends on screen, you are responsible for this series being here. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.